Good afternoon, Filipinos of America. Magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat, magandang umaga, magandang gabi. Samang kayong panig po ng Amerika o ang mga American citizen na mga Filipinos around the world. Ako po si Nurse Nora. Siguro po mas mababa po ang katayuan ko sa buhay kesa sa inyo. Ako ay dumating dito sa Amerika ng 2009 at naging nurse at kasalukuyang nurse. Enough about me. Bakit po ako ngayon nandito? Hindi po ako mapolitika. I don't do politics. I believe in unity through charities, and that's what I have been doing. I believe na pagkatapos ng pamumulitika ng mga politiko at what do you call this? At may nanalo na, naniniwala ko na dapat meron ng pagkakaisa to bury kung ano man yung mga nasabi in the past during campaign, at naniniwala ko na dapat magkaisa kasi kung ang isang kandidato ang iniisip niya ay kapakanan ng kanyang constituents, then you have to move up, you have to kinakailangan mo nang mag-move on. That's what I meant to say. Kung ano na nangyari ng kampanya at gawin ng nararapat para sa iyong mga constituents. So, hindi po ako nakikialam sa politics. Yes, I have my own personal opinion, which lahat naman tayo dapat meron, pero naniniwala pa rin ako na ang majority is pipiliin kung sino ang dapat na mamuno para sa akin nang inadapt at ang bansang umadap sa akin at 10 ng aking mga anak, ang United States of America. Kaya ako po ay sobrang lungkot nung January 6, 2021, nung si President Biden ang nanalo nung November 5, 2020 election at i-declare na siya ng bipartisan House of Congress. January 6, 2021, ang nangyari po is I can't believe until now na ang mga supporters ni back then President Donald Trump, he incited the mob sa kanyang pananalita, sa kanyang speech. He was asking for Vice President Pence na siya noon ang nasa what happened is dumating mga mob, they wanted the head of Vice President Pence para ihang. At makikita ko, just to remind you, I know a lot of you have seen these videos, but I just want you to be reminded kung gaano kasama ang ginawa ni Trump at kanyang mga supporters. I have no personal against Donald Trump. Nothing. But when wala akong masasabi na yun during his being a president. Though as a nurse, nung sinabi niya sa kasagsagan ng COVID, dapat injectionan natin ng bleach ang mga tao para hindi magkaroon ng COVID. Like, again, okay, I let that go. Kasi what do I know, right? But then when he instigated this riot against the Constitution, hindi niya preserve ang Constitution dahil ginusto niya na magkaroon ng riot, hinayaan niya ang kanyang mga supporters na puntahan at baliktarin ang resulta ng election, at pinuntahan nila ang Capitol Hill, at may mga officers, police officers na namatay because of this. They did it like, you know what? I came to be reminded of the EDSA. It was a peaceful march. Comparing to these mobsters They wanted blood. Gusto nila yung dugo ni Mike Pence. Naka-ready po sila ng parang si Haman sa Bible, no? Nag-ready sila kung saan nila ihahang si Mike Pence. They were ready to kill the Vice President who was a Republican. Itong mga supporters ni Trump, para lang ma-overturn ang result ng election sa pagkapanalo ni President Biden noong November 5, and this riot, let me remind you again kung ano ang nangyari dito. This is ridiculous. Watch, guys.
To 50 be advised, Cal Police 1 advised they're trying to breach and get to the Capitol. We have a breach of the Capitol! Breach of the Capitol!
We want fence.
We need to hold the doors of the Capitol. I need police support. We hold the line. All these come back up to the upper deck. All these come back to the upper deck.
There you go. Ano, binabanatan nilang isang pulis dyan.
They were peaceful people. These were great people.
Ayan si Trump, sinasabi niyang peaceful people, great people.
I mentioned the word love, the love in the air. I've never seen anything like it.
And Trump calls that love in the air. Kung ang kanyang mga mobsters ay kanilang forcefully, very violently, pinuntahan ang Capitol at kanilang mga pinatay ang mga ibang mga pulis. Hindi nila napatay lahat. Gosh, it is so ridiculous. This is so okay. So, guys, this is treason. Kung ang isang leader ng bansa, siya yung mag-i-instigate ng riot para ma-overturn ang result ng election, why would you want someone like that to go back in the Oval Office? United States is the leader of democracy. And when you try to overturn the result of election, which is the basic right of a citizen to elect whom they want to be in the office, the freedom to vote, the very, very fundamental rights of a U.S. citizen, the freedom to vote. At kung ang ginawa yan ng isang citizen at kung isang leader kagaya ni Trump na gusto niyang baliktarin ang resulta ng eleksyon, ready to kill his vice president kung hindi makikipag-cooperate sa kagustuhan niya. Like, what kind of leader is that? What kind of president of the United States is he gonna be? Kaya ako po ay nag-register. Again, like I said, I haven't registered. Because it's kind of like, it's like a lot of you are, kaya bahala na sila. Kahit na lang sino, basta ako nagtatrabaho ako, basta ako may kita ako, basta ako merong pakain, pambayad ng rent, padala ko ng pera sa pamilya ko sa Pilipinas, pambayad ng mortgage, pambayad ko ng kotse, pang shopping ko ng Louis Vuitton, I'm good. I don't care who is the president. Marami sa inyo, gagaya ko, ganun ang iniisip. But this election, bakit ako nag-register? I don't care about Democrat or Republican. It's not about that. I care that this excuse of a human being na hindi alam kung paano ang maging mahirap, na hindi alam kung paano maging isang middle class dahil siya ay pinanganak na mayaman. There's so many stuff na pwede kong sabihin. Kung kayo nanonood ng Democratic National Convention, na yung mga dating supporters niya ay nandun nagsasalita. Nang tinatawag ni Trump behind closed doors, na ang kanyang mga supporters are basement dwellers. Yes, kung isa kang supporter ni Trump, yun ang tawag sa'yo. But again, I'm not persuading you to change your political party. Because this is not a fight against Republican or Democrats. This is a fight against right and wrong. This is a fight against freedom. And I'm sorry to say, what is the opposite of freedom? That's what Trump represents. Nung sinabi ni Trump sa kanyang rally, punta siya sa isang Christian church. Sabi niya, lahat na to mapapanood nyo sa mga news. No? So, hindi ko to gawa-gawa. Ang sabi niya, iboto nyo ako ngayon. Once na binoto nyo ako ngayon, huwag na kayong mag-isip ng naboboto pa sa mga susunod. Because I want to be a dictator on day one. That's what he said. He wants to be a dictator on day one. Ang United States is the leader of democracy among all democratic nations. And when a leader will going to say something like that, well then there's no more democracy. When a leader of a democratic nation will say he wants to be a dictator from day one. He wants to erase the freedom of rights. The right to vote. Okay. Ang tanong niyo sa akin, paano yan, Nurse Nora? Isa kang Christian. Ang Democrats they're talking about the right to have an abortion. Do I agree with abortion? Killing of unborn children? Of course not. But let me tell you something. The law of do not kill has been already instituted thousands of years ago. Saan po nakalagay? Do not kill. That's in one of the 10 commandments. Na-stop ba ng direct from God yung batas na yon? Thou shall not kill. Na-stop ba ng mga killers ang batas na yon? No. Killers still killed. When you are going to put a law na sabi, do not, abortion ban. Here's the thing. May batas against abortion in this country years ago. Was abortion stopped? No. Abortion wasn't stopped. When a woman has decided to abort her baby, doesn't matter what laws you put in there. Okay? They're going to find a way to get abortion. But, here's the thing. What about, okay, so let's have an abortion ban so that way hindi magiging madali para sa isang babae ang magpa-abort. Okay, fine. But what about yung mga nabubuntis na patay ang baby sa kanilang sinapupunan? Which happened. Maraming mga nagsalita na hindi viable ang kanilang pregnancy. Patay ang baby sa kanilang tiyan. They have ectopic pregnancy. It means to say po ng ectopic pregnancy, hindi nakarating sa matres, sa uterus yung baby. The baby is in the fallopian tube. And that baby is never going to live because the tube is very, very small, right? However, it's that fallopian tube where the baby is, it's going to burst and will going to kill the mother. How about a situation like that? Then, okay, abortion ban. Hindi pwedeng i-abort ang ectopic pregnancy. Okay, fine. Then let's kill the mother. Ang baby is patay sa tiyan. Tumagal lang ng ilang araw ang dead baby inside the woman's womb. Magkakaroon ng septic, severe infection ng nanay. The nanay is going to die. And it doesn't matter how much antibiotic you're going to put into that body. If there is a dead fetus inside her, again, because abortion is banned. Okay. Those cases. So, what about allowing abortion with clauses? Non-viable pregnancies, ectopic pregnancies, causing medical emergency to the mother, right? Let's say, for example, whoa, there's nothing more you can do, the blood pressure of the eclampsia, pre-eclamptic pregnancy, where the life of the mother is at stake. And, let's say, hayaan mong mamatay yung nanay. How sure are you that the baby is going to survive if the mother dies from pre-eclampsia? That's my stand on abortion. Third issue. 3 is LGBTQ+. Okay. So, Kristiyano ka pa naman, born again ka pa naman, ba't ka pumapayag sa LGBTQ? The Bible says, it's a sin. Where in the Bible saying that God hates the homosexuals? Like, I mean, where? But it's not saying that those that are LGBTQs are hated by God. And who are we to judge kung ano ang lifestyle na pipiliin ng isang tao? Can you read the mind of God? I have friends, relatives that belongs to the LGBTQ+ group. I'm not gonna judge them. Who am I to judge anyone? That's not my job. My job is to love them. My job is to tell them about the grace and love of God. It is not my job to judge them. No. So, that's the thing. Why am I going for the Democratic candidate, Kamala Harris? It is not because of Kamala Harris. It is because of what I'm fighting for. There should not be treason. No treason from a Democratic leader. A leader should be able to respect the Constitution. Yun lang. So, I hope I answered. Ano yun lang ang pakiusap ko sa mga Filipino Americans. Please, magboto po kayo. Bumoto po kayo. Yung mga nandyan lang na maraming anak na inaasahan ang tax returns. Sa dami yung mga anak nyo. Democrat po ang nagbigay ng child income tax refund. And the Democratic candidate Kamala and Mr. Walz, Coach Walz, are working on $6,000 refund. Kapag si Trump ang iboto nyo, ang tax, ang ilelesin niya ng tax, lagay ng ginawa niya nung siya ay umupo, ay yung mga billionaires po. Yung mga mayayaman, sila ang binigyan niya ng tax cut. With Biden administration, ang mga middle class ang nabigyan po ng tax cut. I don't know kung pinansin nyo ang inyong income tax return, pero ganun po ang nangyari. Kaya, sa mga kagaya ko pong tamad na bumoto, mga walang pakialam, this year po, bumoto po kayo at makialam. Doesn't matter kung anong political party kayo, kayo may independent, kayo man ay Democrat, kayo man ay Republican, kayo man ay party ng mga walang pakialam, makialam na po kayo ngayong halalan. Para po yung tax refund nyo sa mga anak nyo mas malaki. At isa pa, imagine yung mga may diabetes po dyan, na mga senior citizen under Medicare, kayo po ay nabigyan na instead na yung dati nyong binabayaran na $200 na insulin, ang monthly nyo is just now $35. That's a big difference. And now, mayroon pong mga 10 medications that it's just $4 na lang, I think, ang monthly. Isa yun is Jardiance, Amlodipine, hindi ko na ano yung list ng 10 medications na yon that ginawa na po ng Biden administration. Okay. Meron po akong diabetes. So ngayon, ang ginawa po during Trump, ang mga health insurance, mahirapan kang maghanap ng health insurance na mura-mura kung ikaw ay may pre-existing condition. Okay? Ngayon po, under the Biden administration, it doesn't matter kung ano ang yung pre-existing condition, you can have a cheaper health insurance. Ako, sa akong diabetic, may history of breast cancer, may blood pressure. Kapag nanalo po si Trump, mahirapan po ako na makakuha ng affordable na health insurance because I have pre-existing medical condition. Kaya hayaan na po natin, kahit pa wala kayong pakialam doon sa treason, wala kayong pakialam sa gusto niya na abortion ban, wala kayong pakialam sa i-repeal niya yung rights, LGBTQ rights, i-repeal niya po yon. Okay, let's say wala po kayong pakialam doon. Siguro naman gusto nyong makialam na pagdating na sa health nyo. Imagine, during his time, during Donald Trump's time, mahirapan kayong kukuha ng health insurance nyo kapag kayo may pre-existing medical condition. Kung meron man kayong makuha, it is very, very expensive. And because of Affordable Care Act, nawala po yun. It don't matter kung ano yung pre-existing medical condition, the same ang rate. Okay? Sipin po natin yun. This is my first and last time to talk about politics. Hindi ko na po ito uulitin. Again, like I said, I don't do politics. But this time, I'm going to exercise my right as a citizen to vote for my rights. Thank you.